Hello there, beautiful souls, and a special heartfelt welcome to all of you magnificent fiery Aries. Welcome back to Astrology Unlocked, the sacred space where we journey together into the heart of the cosmos to understand the grand unfolding story of our lives. I am your guide, and if you have found your way here today, I want you to know it is for a profound reason. There is a message waiting for you, a whisper from the universe that has been trying to get your attention. And today, we are going to turn up the volume so you can hear it with perfect clarity. Before we dive in, I want you to do something for me. Just for a moment, let the world outside fall away. Quiet your mind, take a deep cleansing breath, and feel the powerful, courageous heart that beats within your chest. That is the heart of a warrior, a pioneer, a leader. Now, with that strength in mind, feel this truth as it settles over you. There is a connection in your life, someone you hold dear who is on the verge of being gently and lovingly removed from your path by a force far greater than you can imagine. This isn't a decision you are going to make, my dear Aries, and it isn't a choice this person will consciously make either. This is a divine recalibration, a sacred intervention that is already unfolding in the unseen realms, meticulously rearranging the pieces on your life's great chessboard. It is an act of cosmic love, designed to set you, the brilliant leader of the zodiac, completely and utterly free. As you listen to my voice, know that this separation is being orchestrated with the utmost care behind the curtain of your everyday reality. Can you feel it? That subtle tension in the air, that feeling that something is about to shift in a big way. The universe is sending you signals, aligning circumstances, and setting a brand new stage for you. A stage where you are meant to stand alone in your power for a time. The purpose is to remove someone you believe is vital to your story, but who in truth has become a beautiful, albeit heavy anchor, preventing your magnificent ship from sailing toward the golden shores of your true destiny. And here is the most intense part, the part your warrior spirit needs to hear right now. When this moment of separation arrives, it is going to sting. Oh yes, you will likely feel the sharp pang of loss. You will resist it. Your very nature, my beautiful Aries, is to fight for what you love, to charge into battle, to protect your connections. But deep down, in the fiery core of your soul, you will carry a quiet knowing, a whisper that tells you this is not a defeat, but a necessary divine liberation. And as this journey unfolds, I want you to know you are not alone. If you're already sensing this shift, let me know in the comments below by typing, "I am ready for my liberation." Your story will be a beacon for another Aries navigating these same waters. And if you haven't already, please be sure to press that subscribe button and join our beautiful Astrology Unlocked family. We are in this together, and I want to make sure you receive all the guidance that is coming your way to support you through this powerful transformation. You see, the universe, God's source, whatever name you give to that great benevolent intelligence, does not remove people from our lives out of cruelty or punishment. That is a human concept. This is an act of radical love, an act of profound protection. It is born from a wisdom so vast it transcends our limited moment-to-moment understanding. And you, my dear Aries, with all of your breathtaking passion and your innate drive to conquer new worlds, are about to experience this divine protection in a way that will forever change how you see relationships, how you understand your own immense strength, and how you define your personal destiny. What I am about to share with you today is designed to stir every atom of your being. It will illuminate patterns of behavior you've been repeating on autopilot, patterns that have been dimming your brilliant light without you even realizing it. We are going to touch on wounds you thought had healed and expose truths about this particular connection that you have been lovingly but stubbornly avoiding. And then, my friend, when the dust of this transition settles and you can finally see the battlefield from a higher vantage point, a wave of profound gratitude will wash over you. You will look up to the heavens and whisper, "Thank you," because you will understand with every fiber of your being that what felt like a devastating loss was in fact the greatest victory of your life. It is the moment you are handed back the keys to your own kingdom, the moment you are reminded that you and you alone are the sovereign of your magnificent destiny. Does this resonate, my fiery friend? You know exactly who I'm talking about, don't you? There is someone in your orbit right now who in subtle and almost imperceptible ways drains your precious energy. This is a person you likely love dearly, someone you care for and protect with the full force of your warrior heart. But they leave you feeling inexplicably exhausted. It's like you're a brilliant roaring bonfire, and they are a gentle, persistent rain that dampens your flames. It could be a romantic partner who loves your strength but is secretly intimidated by it, constantly creating small dramas or codependencies that prevent you from taking the bold, independent actions your soul craves. They might not be able to match the sheer velocity of your passion, leaving you feeling like you always have to slow down, to shrink yourself, to make your dreams smaller, just to keep the peace. Perhaps it's a dear friend who always seems to appear when they need you to fight their battles, to lend them your strength, your confidence, your resources, but who mysteriously vanishes or offers only platitudes when you are the one in need of a true ally. Or maybe, just maybe, it's a beloved family member who has learned to leverage your deep sense of loyalty, subtly manipulating you with guilt or obligation, causing you to second-guess your own powerful instincts and your innate desire to forge your own path. It could even be a professional colleague or mentor. You admire someone who praises your drive but subtly sabotages your attempts to truly break out and lead in your own right, keeping you in a supporting role because your full power threatens their own position. This individual, whoever they are, carries an energetic signature that is simply out of tune with your vibrant, high-frequency spirit. But you, with your loyal Aries heart, have been trying with all your might to force a harmony that just isn't there. You've been operating under the belief that love and loyalty mean constant sacrifice, that it's your job to be the strong one, the engine that pulls the entire train. You have been graciously accepting crumbs of encouragement when your soul requires a feast of authentic, unwavering support. You have been pouring your phenomenal, life-altering energy into a vessel that simply cannot contain it, let alone reciprocate it. And the universe, seeing you, its brilliant, trailblazing child, squandering your precious light in this way, has lovingly decided to step in and say, "No more, my dear. It is time for you to shine at your full wattage." Please hear me when I say this. The coming removal is not a punishment. It is your ultimate liberation. It is not a loss. It is the greatest gain you will experience this year. It is not the end of a chapter. It is the explosive beginning of a whole new volume of your life, one that is authored entirely by you. The cosmos will begin to create situations, uncanny coincidences, sudden revelations, and undeniable circumstances that will make it physically and energetically impossible for this person to continue occupying the sacred space in your life that is meant for someone else, or perhaps for a time is meant for you and you alone. When this separation happens, you might initially feel as if a part of you is being torn away. And in a sense, it is. The part of you that grew accustomed to dimming your own light is being removed along with this person. The part of you that learned to apologize for your passion, your ambition, and your glorious, untamable spirit is being lovingly excised from your being. You will begin to see with stunning clarity that what you may have called love was in fact a sophisticated form of self-sabotage. That what you considered unwavering loyalty was actually a fear of disappointing others, or a fear of truly standing in your own power alone and unapologetic. That what you thought was a supportive partnership was actually a dynamic of dependence disguised as a connection. My dear Aries, the person the universe is gently removing from your life is someone who was never truly capable of seeing the totality of your magnificent essence. They fell in love with a version of you, a carefully curated and edited version that you yourself presented. The mask you created to be more approachable, more manageable, less intense, and easier to love. But your soul, my beautiful warrior, was not forged in the heart of a star to be manageable. Your soul was designed to be a catalyst, a force of nature, a transformative fire. Your spirit was not meant to be merely acceptable. It was meant to be unforgettable. Your love was not meant to be easy. It was meant to be a legendary life-altering adventure. For years, you may have been unconsciously trying to become simpler, less demanding, more uncomplicated, all to fit within the confines of this person's emotional or energetic limitations. Think about it. Have you hidden the sheer scale of your ambition so as not to intimidate them? Have you tempered your passionate convictions so as not to overwhelm them? Have you suppressed your raw, honest truth so as not to upset the delicate balance of the connection? In every single one of those moments of self-betrayal, a tiny spark of your divine fire was extinguished. A fraction of your sacred magic was lost. A piece of your authentic self was put to sleep. The universe saw this happening. It watched as you, its brilliant supernova, tried to shrink yourself down to the size of a candle flame, and it finally declared, enough. It saw you becoming a diluted, watered-down version of your magnificent self and decided it was time for you to reclaim your full, unadulterated power. It saw you pouring your world-changing capacity for action and inspiration into someone who was comfortable with the status quo, and it decided to release that power so it could be used to build the empire you were born to create. It saw you offering the depths of your courage to someone who could only paddle in the shallow end of life, and it chose to redirect that courage toward the great uncharted oceans of your own potential. The separation that is coming will hurt. I will not sugarcoat that for you, my brave Aries, because you do not love with half measures. When you commit to someone, you commit with every cell of your being. When you give your loyalty, you give it completely. When you choose to fight for someone, you choose them with the entirety of your warrior soul. And so when that person is removed from your life's path, you will feel it viscerally. You will feel as though you are losing a limb, a part of your own identity. But here is the sacred truth, the cosmic secret that will only become clear to you in the aftermath. You will not be losing a part of yourself. You will be reclaiming all of the parts you so generously gave away to someone who never truly understood their value. You will be calling back all of your power, all of your energy, all of your light that was trapped in a dynamic that was not serving your highest growth. All the pieces of your heart that were being wasted on a connection that could not reciprocate with the same fierce, all-in intensity. When the universe facilitates this person's departure, something incredible will happen. You will undergo a process that is at the very core of your fiery nature, a powerful death and a glorious rebirth, a true phoenix moment. The version of you that depended on this connection to feel stable, the version that sought validation for its own power, the version that felt responsible for another's happiness, that version of you will be lovingly burned away on the funeral pyre of this relationship. And from those ashes, a new Aries will rise. An Aries that is whole and complete entirely within itself. An Aries that no longer seeks external permission to be powerful. An Aries that understands that its essence is not something to be sacrificed, but something to be celebrated. An Aries that refuses to maintain connections that drain its precious vitality. And the most incredible reason the universe is orchestrating this is not just to free you from a connection that was holding you back. That is only the first step. The grander purpose is to prepare you for the kind of love that your powerful soul has always yearned for. The universe is clearing the way for a partner who can truly meet you on the battlefield of life as an equal. Someone who is not frightened by the intensity of your fire, but is drawn to its warmth and inspired by its light. Someone who doesn't need to diminish your power to feel secure in their own, but who champions your growth and celebrates your victories as their own. Someone who doesn't shy away from your complexity, but is fascinated by every brilliant, multifaceted layer of your being. But before that person can enter your reality, my friend, you must first remember who you are without the limitations and reflections of this current connection. You need to recalibrate your own internal compass. You need to reconnect with that powerful gut-level intuition that you so often ignore in favor of charging ahead. You need to remember your natural ability to discern who is a true ally, deserving of your loyalty, and who is simply drawn to your light, taking advantage of your boundless generosity and protective spirit. Aries, you possess a unique and powerful gift, the ability to see things with a crystal-clear, uncomplicated clarity. You see the goal, and you see the path. You are a cardinal fire sign. You are born to initiate. However, when you become deeply emotionally attached and fiercely loyal to someone, that beautiful clarity can sometimes become clouded by your own desires. You begin to see what you want to see, not what is truly there. You project your own strength and integrity onto others, assuming they operate with the same code of honor. You start to invent potential where there is only stagnation, and you mistake neediness for a deep, reciprocal connection. The person you are about to part ways with has, whether consciously or not, benefited from this noble tendency of yours. They have learned that your love is a powerful, sustaining force, and they have allowed themselves to be sustained by it without contributing equally to the fire. They have received the full force of your passion, your protection, and your advocacy without ever having to truly match it. When the universe removes this person from your life, it will be like a fog lifting from your mind. You will regain your incredible capacity for emotional and energetic discernment. You will start to trust your initial instincts about people once more. You will cease giving the benefit of the doubt to those who have shown through their actions that they do not deserve it. You will begin to demand true partnership, true reciprocity, instead of accepting a dynamic where you are the primary source of power. And most importantly, you will understand on a soul level that your intensity is not a character flaw that needs to be managed or hidden. It is your greatest superpower, and it should only be shared with those who have proven they are worthy of honoring it. The process of this separation has already begun. Even if you haven't consciously pieced it all together yet, the signs are all around you. Think about it. Small disagreements that you once would have brushed off and resolved in minutes now escalate into prolonged, draining arguments. Moments of comfortable silence between you are now filled with a strange, inexplicable tension. Conversations that once flowed with laughter and excitement now feel forced, like you're reading from a script. The very energetic fabric between you has fundamentally shifted, and on some level, you both can feel it, even if you can't name it. You might notice this person beginning to behave in ways that are subtly different. Perhaps they've become more distant, more irritable, or even more critical of you. They might start to pick at the very qualities they once claimed to admire: your independence, your passion, your decisiveness. This is not a coincidence, my dear Aries. This is the universe creating a natural energetic friction, a cosmic chafing designed to facilitate the separation that is destined to happen. It is making the connection so uncomfortable that letting go eventually becomes the only logical, peaceful option. Simultaneously, you will start to feel a growing restlessness within the relationship, a feeling of being caged, of being held back. You will begin to notice all the little compromises you've made, the sacrifices of your own needs and desires that you ignored because you were so determined to make the relationship work. Your warrior spirit will begin to ask uncomfortable questions. Why am I always the one pushing us forward? Why am I always the one who has to adapt, to compromise, to initiate? Does this person truly see and value the core of who I am? Or have they simply grown comfortable with my presence, my strength, and my unwavering dedication? These doubts are not your mind playing tricks on you. They are not self-sabotage. This is your powerful intuition finally cutting through the noise of your loyalty. These are the sacred signals that you are internally preparing for the liberation that is on its horizon. Your subconscious mind already knows what your conscious heart is still reluctant to accept. This connection, as beautiful as it may have been, is not your ultimate destiny. When the final break eventually occurs, you will likely move through a few distinct and powerful phases, and it's important to honor each one. First, you will almost certainly feel a surge of pure, unadulterated anger. Anger at the situation, anger at the other person, and most of all, anger at yourself for investing so much of your precious time and energy into something that ultimately wasn't aligned with your soul's path. My dear Aries, this anger is sacred. Do not suppress it. Do not be afraid of it. It is your life force, your inner fire roaring back to life. It is the part of you that refuses absolutely to ever again accept less than you so profoundly deserve. Use this anger not for destruction, but as the rocket fuel for your transformation. After the fire of anger begins to subside, a deep oceanic sadness may follow. This may be unfamiliar and uncomfortable for you, as you are a sign of action, not introspection. But you will be mourning, my friend. You will mourn not just the loss of the person, but the loss of the future you had so vividly imagined with them. You will mourn the loss of your own naivety, the breaking of a sacred trust, and the time you poured into a reality that was not built to last. This sadness is also sacred. It is your soul gently cleansing your wounds, processing the pain, and preparing the fertile ground for healing and new growth. And then, after the sadness has been honored, a brilliant, blinding clarity will emerge. A clarity so absolute, so breathtakingly sharp, that you will wonder how you could have possibly been blind to the truth for so long. You will see every red flag you so bravely ignored. You will understand every sign you misinterpreted. You will recognize every single time you betrayed your own powerful intuition, simply to maintain the illusion of a connection. And with this profound clarity will come an even more profound gratitude. A gratitude for the divine intervention that saved you from wasting one more moment, one more ounce of your magnificent energy on a connection that was never destined to last a lifetime. The incredible reason the universe is doing this for you will continue to unfold in beautiful, intricate layers. The first layer is, of course, protection. Protecting you from continuing to invest your life force into someone who is incapable of matching your investment. The second layer is preparation, clearing your energy and your life to prepare you to recognize and receive the kind of epic, adventurous love you truly deserve. The third layer is evolution, forcing you to evolve beyond the limiting patterns that have secretly governed your relationships up until now. But there is a fourth, even deeper layer, my friend. A layer that only a true warrior of the zodiac like Aries can fully grasp. The universe is removing this person from your life so that you can rediscover the immensity of your own power, so that you can stop searching for a partner to complete your mission and realize that you are the mission, so you can understand that your intensity does not require external validation to be worthy, so you can embody the truth that you are already whole and that a relationship is meant to be a joyful amplification of your wholeness, not a desperate attempt to fill a perceived void. When you truly embody this, not just as an intellectual concept, but as a living, breathing reality in every cell of your being, you will become magnetic in a way you have never experienced before. Not because you are trying to attract anyone, but because you are so utterly, completely, and unapologetically comfortable in your own skin. Not because you are performing for love, but because you are genuinely connected to your own magnificent essence. And that, my dear Aries, is where the real magic happens. When you stop chasing love and start radiating radical self-love and self-respect, you effortlessly attract people who can meet you at that same high frequency. When you stop trying to be interesting and instead become deeply interested in your own life, your own passions, and your own growth, you attract genuinely interesting and dynamic people into your orbit. The person the universe is removing from your life could never love you in the way you deserved, because on some level, you weren't loving yourself in the way you deserved. You were trying to be useful instead of being valued. You were trying to be needed instead of being wanted. And so you attracted someone who responded to that energy of neediness, which was cleverly disguised as your generosity. But now, with this person's departure, you are being given a golden opportunity to heal this fundamental wound, to learn to relate to others from a place of abundance, not scarcity, to choose people who add to your already brilliant fire rather than those who require your fire to feel warm, to create connections based on mutual admiration and adventure rather than mutual need and codependence. So in the coming days and weeks, my friend, pay exquisite attention to the signs. Notice how you truly feel in this person's presence. Does your energy expand or does it contract? Pay attention to whether the genuine spark that once existed is still there, or if it has been replaced by the dull comfort of habit and familiarity. Notice if your conversations leave you feeling energized and inspired, or drained and depleted. Notice if you feel seen, celebrated, and valued for who you truly are, or if you feel like you are constantly performing, auditioning, and trying to prove your worth. These signs are the universe's loving whispers preparing you emotionally for the change that is to come. They will help you understand that what is about to happen is not a tragedy, but a graduation. You are not losing something valuable. You are shedding something that was preventing you from accessing the treasures that truly matter. And when it is all over, when the dust has settled and your vision is clear, you will finally understand. You will know that what felt like the universe's cruelty was actually the greatest kindness you could have ever received. That what seemed like a punishment was in fact your ultimate protection. That what felt like a devastating end was in truth the most magnificent beginning. Remember this, my beautiful Aries, the universe does not distance you from people to make you suffer. It distances you to make room for those who will help you flourish. It does not remove connections to leave you alone. It removes misaligned connections so that you can attract your true soul tribe. It does not break relationships to break you. It breaks the relationships that were slowly breaking you without you even realizing it. And that right person, that true partner in crime, they are coming. They are out there right now, being prepared for you just as you are being prepared for them. They are on their own journey, learning their own lessons. They are learning how to honor and value the very passion and intensity that others found overwhelming. They are developing the courage to build a life of adventure and truth. They are becoming someone who not only tolerates your brilliant flame, but dances with it. When you finally meet, there will be no need for games, no need for explanations or justifications for who you are. There will be no need for you to shrink or to temper your spirit. You will recognize each other instantly, not because you are the same, but because your fires are complementary, because you can dance together in a whirlwind of passion without either of you losing your footing, because you can forge a powerful intimacy without sacrificing your sacred individuality. But for that divine meeting to occur, you must first trust the sacred process that is unfolding for you right now. You must allow the universe to clear the path. You must resist the powerful temptation to fight for a connection that the cosmos is lovingly trying to dissolve. You must understand that sometimes for a warrior like you, the most radical act of courage is not to fight, but to gracefully let go. Trust the process, trust the protection, and most of all, trust that you deserve a love that doesn't just tolerate your fire, but is inspired by it. A love that doesn't dim your light, but shines brightly alongside it. A love that isn't afraid of the battles you choose to fight, but proudly stands beside you as your equal. This love is coming, my friend. And when it arrives, you will finally understand why this goodbye was the greatest gift you could have ever received. If this message has touched your heart today, if it has awakened a truth that was sleeping within you, please share your journey in the comments below. Your story, your strength, and your courage will be a guiding light for so many others in our beautiful community. This is just the beginning of a profound renewal in your life, and I am so honored to walk this path with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being open. And thank you for being the magnificent, fiery, unstoppable force that you are. The best is truly yet to come.